What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Thursday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Peralt. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt. And this podcast is being brought to you by our friends at DraftKings. All right, winning night last night for us. Little 2-1 night. Brooklyn got throttled by my Boston Celtics. I faded my own team, and it burned me from having a 3-0 day, unfortunately. It's because Boston was hot in the second half. In the third quarter, Jason Tatum took it over. So we didn't get the 9.5 there, but the Suns and the King game goes over, and the Houston and Louisiana game went under. So we went 2-0 in those plays. So 2-1 on the night, up 0.9 units. So we are up for last night as we head towards a Thursday. I have an NFL football bet for us to jump on in with. I have a couple of college basketball bets to give you, and a reminder that we will be back doing the live stream with me solo. 7:30 Eastern time on the BettingPros YouTube channel with prop bets that I'll give out for the Eagles and the Commanders tonight on Thursday Night Football. Hope to see you all there. If you haven't gone over there, we spend about 15-20 minutes breaking down the game, and then I take questions, thoughts from you guys as to what bets you have made, what bets you're thinking about making, and we just have some fun talking gambling and strategies coming up every Thursday night on the Betting Pros YouTube channel, 7:30 in Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific Time here for today. This podcast is being brought to you by our friends at Edge Boost. If you have not heard of these guys yet, well, let me tell you about Edge Boost. If you're looking for a way to get cash back to load funds onto your favorite sportsbook or daily fantasy site, Edge Boost, the financial platform for smart bettors, allows you to do exactly that. Here is how it works. You're going to go to bettingpros.com/boost. Enter in your information to sign up for their digital Visa debit card. Link your Edge cashback Visa card to any sportsbook, daily fantasy site, sweeps site, horse racing operator, iCasino, or land-based casino digital wallet. For a limited time, you will earn 0.5% cash back on all of your deposits with no limit. Some of the advantages that Edge will provide: it allows you to instantly load and withdraw funds to and from your favorite platform. No more waiting period when trying to transfer funds from one book to another to catch a line you like. Edge Boost pays you on every transaction for just using the card. Depending on how many times you withdraw and redeposit, you could earn thousands in cash back. There are no minimum or costs to maintain an account. Edge only makes money when you use the card, and they pass that through a significant portion as cash back. The card is backed by a no fee, no minimum, FDIC insured, dedicated betting bank account, meaning no frozen accounts or transaction reviews, just a safe place from which to deposit and withdraw your money. Sign up through bettingpros.com/boost and lock in your 0.5% cashback offer for a limited time. That's bettingpros.com/boost and sign up today. Okay. Let's start with the game tonight. That is a Thursday night football game. The Commanders on the road against the Eagles. There are some very interesting numbers here involving the Eagles. A.J. Brown, he's played 9 games this season, and the Eagles have played 9 games. 6 of them have had A.J. Brown in the game. They've won every game that A.J. Brown has played, 6-0. They're averaging about 30 points per game. When he's out, they average about 17 points per game, and they're 1-2 straight up. A.J. Brown will play tonight for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles haven't covered a spread at home in 6 straight home games. That's the longest streak, according to the Action Network, since they failed to cover 10 games in a row back in 2012 and 2013. This is the 12th home game at night for Jalen Hurts as the quarterback of the Eagles. He is an impressive 8-2-1 ATS in those games. That is the 6th best of any quarterback since 2003. The only quarterbacks who have better numbers at home in primetime: Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers, Russell Wilson, Peyton Manning, and Drew Brees since 2003. And Jalen Hurts has been tremendous. During this 5-game win streak for the Eagles, where they're 5-0 straight up, he's been tremendous. Second in EPA per play and yards per attempt and success rate. He's been tremendous. 16 total touchdowns with just 1 interception over this 5-game winning streak. However, and you probably can see where I'm going with this, if the Eagles have a lead of 10 points or more, they're just 6-2 against the spread. So if they go up by 10 points or more, we are absolutely coming in and taking the Eagles. Sorry, taking the Commanders rather, with a chance to middle this. If you want to bet the over, you can, but careful, okay? Over the last 2 seasons, games played on Thursday night are 19-10 to the over. This number opened at 50, has been bet down to 48.5. Interesting trend is this. Thursday night home teams are just 42-55 against the number since 2019. And for teams playing in a game outside of Sunday night football, since 2019, they're 97-116-3 against the number. That's crazy. However, I'm going to go against that trend. Give me the Eagles. Why? Jalen Hurts, I think he's playing at an elite level. A.J. Brown's playing. That's tremendous. They run the ball as well as anybody in football, and I think this Commanders defense can be had. I'm just not in love with the Commanders overall. This is a rookie quarterback. This is prime time. This is an Eagles team that's going to remind the Commanders as to who the best team in the division is. Washington has been great, okay? But, I don't know. It is a Thursday night game on the road. Tough spot for them to play here with Philadelphia, who, as I said, hasn't covered in a while. I think they win the game by 4, 5, or 6 points. I'm going to come in and lay the 3.5 points with the Eagles. Eagles minus 3.5 for 1.1 units. If you want to tease the Commanders up, you can do that. You want to play around with the total, you can do that. I don't want to do that. I just want to come in and play strictly with the side and lay the 3.5 with the Eagles for 1.1 units. All right, 2 bets in college basketball. Let's start with Wichita against Northern Iowa. This is wild. So Northern Iowa, we were on them the last 2 games they played at home. They won and covered that game, and in the last game, they got destroyed by UC Irvine. Lost the game by 20 points at home. That is a bad sign for Northern Iowa on the road here against Wichita. This is Paul Mills' second year with the Shockers. Historically, I hate Wichita State. Longtime rival of the Creighton Blue Jays. I have not gotten along with their head coaches, but Paul Mills likes to play fast. He was very successful at Oral Roberts. He's a guy who was under the Scott Drew mentality of run, run, run. The numbers are quite wild. Wichita State is in the top 60 for offensive possession length for how short of a time it is. Northern Iowa wants to make you hold the ball. That's 286th in terms of average possession length, but Wichita State is going to try to really get up tempo, and when the roundhouse is rocking, it's a really hard place to play. I'm afraid that Northern Iowa just got exposed by UC Irvine, and I'm not sure how good the defense is here early for Northern Iowa. Adjusted efficiency, they're outside the top 140 defensively, which is crazy for a Northern Iowa team to come in here. Effective field goal percentage, 166. They're not turning anybody over as well. They're not giving up offensive rebounds. They're 205th in offensive rebound percentage, giving up a ton of second chance opportunities here. Wichita State should be able to get to the glass. And the Shockers to start the year offensively have been good enough. They've not been outstanding, but they've been good enough. Top 75 in adjusted offensive efficiency. They are in the top 70 in free throw percentage when they get to their free throws. On the other side, Northern Iowa has hit a ton of threes. Their 46.3% three-point shooting is top 10 in the country. Their effective field goal percentage is 51.1, but they're scoring. Just defensively, they're not right at the moment. And going on the road for the first time, I'm going to lay the 7.5 points. Shockers minus 7.5 tonight at home against Northern Iowa. And finally, UNLV is at home tonight. This is a game I don't know. I may wind up going to this game. I haven't really decided yet as to what I'm going to do in this game. I very well could wind up going to this game for UNLV. They're laying 16 points, okay? But it's against Nebraska-Omaha. This is a game, I've seen this before, where UNLV just runs them out of the gym. They lost to Memphis in their last game at home. They were laying 1.5 points. They lost by 6. It's a great bounce back spot here with UNLV to take out some frustration here and get a big W. They beat Alabama State in their first game. They laid 14. They won by 14. Against Minnesota, Nebraska-Omaha was 20.5 point favorites. Dogs rather. They lost by 4. I think UNLV will. I think they'll be focused tonight. I think they'll have their attention. I don't think they're going to completely overlook this here and go, "Oh, it's Nebraska Omaha. We should kill them." Nah, they got to come and get a W here. According to KenPom, this is an 18-point win for UNLV. I think this is a chance for UNLV to come in. Well, I'm doing the math wrong on that one. It's right on the number, isn't it? Yeah, it's on the number. So I think UNLV will have a big win here tonight. I don't think Nebraska Omaha scores all that much. I think they put the clamps down offensively. I'll lay it with UNLV. It's a big number. This game is being played at 10 o'clock Eastern time, 7 o'clock local time here in Las Vegas. It's a Thursday night. It's a chance to kind of get the students going in a hostile environment. UNLV is top 60 in adjusted efficiency on offense. They are shooting the ball behind the arc, 39th, 40% shooting from behind the arc. They're scoring. On the flip side, Nebraska Omaha's defense is not very good, 305th in adjusted efficiency. I think the Rebels are going to get out. They're going to push. They're going to get to some easy buckets, turn the basketball over. And offensively, Nebraska Omaha is 260th in adjusted offensive efficiency. They're 233rd in effective field goal percentage. They're 268th in 2-point percentage. Yeah, give me the Rebels. I'll lay it with UNLV here tonight, laying 16. Okay, so we are going with the Eagles, minus 3.5. A lot of chalk here tonight on a Thursday. Eagles, minus 3.5 for 1.1 units. UNLV laying 16 at home up against Nebraska Omaha, and Wichita State laying 7.5 at home against Northern Iowa. All those bets are for 1.1 units, and we'll have player props coming up on the live stream. That is at 7:30 Eastern time, 4:30 Pacific time on the BettingPros YouTube channel. We'll have some more player props to give you guys coming up tonight for the Eagles and the Commanders here on a Thursday. My name is Matt Peralt. Follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning. It is the Daily Juice Podcast presented by DraftKings.